Hello, friends, and welcome back to Stories About Entitled People. Never interrupt your enemy when he's making a mistake was the guiding principle of our OP in the first story. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're new here and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video every single day. Here we go. Don't treat me like a child. So I work in an office, and ever since I started, in August, a lady I work with treated me like a child. I'm 20. My boss decided to take my department out for lunch as a thank you for the overtime we put in over Christmas. I wasn't here during Christmas. I was on vacation for 2 weeks, so I got a free lunch. When we got to the restaurant, I sat down, and lo and behold, the lady I disliked sat beside me for an unknown reason. She went to the buffet, and I ordered from the menu. She brought back a plate of food and a bowl of soup. She started eating the soup and turned to me and whispered, "The soup is strange, but I like it." I just nodded. The bowl wasn't full of soup, it was full of gravy. I sat in silence while I watched her eat an entire bowl of gravy. The gravy was beside the soup, and she thought they were both soup. That's how I got my petty revenge. And our second story. You know, you are not the only Italian a-hole here. Białystok, northeastern Poland, winter 2014. I had the best 6 months of my life as an exchange student. I met amazing people, and I'm leaving Poland in a week. I already had the farewell dinner cooked by the token Italian of the floor. Hey, we have exactly one good stereotype to stand for. Let's make it count. And I already paid the last month of the dormitory. I'm ready to leave, but not before I settle a certain matter. I knew it from the exact second I found out 3 more Italians lived in my same building. Statistically speaking, one of them is going to be an a-hole. And one of them was. Introducing Alessio. Alessio is the stereotypical D-bag, big, ripped, and totally uncaring of everybody who isn't himself. More in detail, he had the bad habit of getting drunk and being loud. Now listen, I spent 6 months as a student in Poland, and I've drunk more alcohol than I've ever drunk in the rest of my life combined. I literally woke up one day completely positive about currently being on Mars, and it was even before I read The Martian. So I'm not judging his drinking habit. I'm judging his yelling at the top of his lungs at 4 in the morning. I'm judging his banging loudly against the doors in the middle of the night. I'm judging his smashing the common kitchen to smithereens for no effing reason at all. But I'm not judging him for drinking. That's okay for me. More than once, several times already, I confronted him in the middle of the night, asking him to stop in a crescendo of pissed-offedness on my side, but nothing at all changed. So a week before I leave, I'm going to let the B-turd pay for it. Vendetta time, B. Introduce Operation Disproportionate Retribution. Now, before I start, tactical briefing about the dormitory layout. The rooms are coupled 2 by 2, sharing a common bathroom, linking the bathroom with the bedrooms. There's a tiny lobby that can be accessed from the corridor by passing through a usually open metal door. Once there, you have full access to the bathroom and to the doors of the personal rooms. That's the plan. At 7 a.m. Sunday, I'm going to sneak into Alessio's lobby, bringing with me a buttload of stuff. No one will be around, not even the cleaning crew. That during the weekend are not working. Part A. I'm filling a dustbin with a mix of water, soy sauce, and vinegar, and I'll lean it against Alessio's room door. Part B. With some tape and the high-strength fishing wire I bought at a nearby shop. "What kind of fish you need to catch?" asked the shopkeeper. "Oh, very big fish," I answered, with the creepiest smile I could produce. I built a tripwire just above the bin. From there, a vertical wire would reach for the counterweight, and from the counterweight, another loose wire would reach for an open pizza box. Because come on, how could an Italian-on-Italian vendetta be complete without pizza involved? On the top of the box, a F-ton of glitter. Part C. In his bathroom, the mop would be showered with glitter. Part D. Clear kitchen film would be put on his toilet bowl. The plan would unravel as follows. The hungover B-turd wakes up and eventually leaves his room. As soon as he opens the door, a literal bucket of soy sauce and vinegar would pour on his feet. As the door opens towards him and lets the tilted dustbin completely lose its balance, swearing, the king of douches goes towards the bathroom, tripping in the wire, breaking it, and letting the counterweight fall, as I tested more than once on my own door. Falling, the weight would remove the support from the pizza box lid, letting it close and showering the idiot with a Mount Doom of glitter. aka artificial herpes, due to its tendency to stick on you in the sacula sacularum. Using the mop to try cleaning the mess, the D-head spreads more and more glitter on his room's floor, making it look like a stable of a dysentery-themed My Little Pony. Finally, the bucket full of soy sauce, vinegar, glitter, and hate is hopefully poured inside the toilet, bouncing right off the bathroom floor because of the film. Now, while planning this, I had major concerns. How and where the F can I find glitter? I mean, I love Poland, but not many of the non-students speak English. Oh, and as I'm walking in the department store, I casually see an expositor full of tubes of glitter and, I crap you not, on 50% discount. Now, I'm not a religious person at all, but if I ever needed proof I had to do this, there it is. So it's time. It's Sunday morning, and the bag full of stuff and hate I readied yesterday is waiting for me. I pick it up, sneak towards his room, and find the metal door locked. I'm devastated. I could swear that in 6 effing months he never bothered about closing it, and all my planning, all my thinking, all my maniacal laughing is just blown out by a stupid effing closed door. But I'm not giving up. Oh no. You see, you can't stop a vendetta. You can flee, but you can't hide from an Italian's righteous wrath. If I did this plan 1 week before leaving instead of the day before, it was exactly to have time for a backup plan. And this is not going to fail. Introduce Operation Gazer. Yeah, the A is intentional. I buy a beautiful present box. It's amazing how, being from a Euro country, everything is so wonderfully inexpensive in Poland, and I cut a circular hole on its cover. I slice the head off a small plastic bottle, just right at the very top where the plug is screwed, and I force through the hole. I take a balloon, I lube the inside of its opening, explainings later, and I inflate it before twisting it shut and attaching it to the interior of the box lid. Now I only have to close the box without letting the still inflated balloon unfurl, pressing it down and tying the whole package closed with some ribbon. At this point, the only thing stopping the balloon from squeezing out all its air is the fact that it's pressed inside the box, unable to rotate freely. Once the lid is removed, the pressure is eased and the balloon untwists, blowing out all its air towards the face of the opener. Unless the twisted rubber sticks together, and hence the oil to lube the opening. Couple nights before leaving, I sneak in front of his door, I pour as much glitter inside the hole leading to the balloon, and I place a beautiful ribbon on top of it, fixing just one side to stop it from falling, but not enough to hold the glitter inside when the moment comes. And the moment came. I obviously wasn't there when the trap made its magic, but the day after, while the D was cooking, I nonchalantly inspected him, finding a satisfying sparkling all over him, like he was a Twilight vampire under a UV lamp. I can say I left Poland with a smile on my lips. I think Kevin from the Home Alone movies would have been proud of your booby glitter traps. And our last story. Want me to do your job? Okay. A few years ago, there was a government position I was selected for that had a base requirement to be in the Army Reserves. Rank didn't matter. I was going in as a GS-5. My counterpart would be a GS-7, both of us working for a reserve unit's HR department. At the time, I was a lower-ranking soldier, E4, while my counterpart was a bit higher, E6, but rank shouldn't have mattered since we were employed as civilians. Everyone, including other soldiers aside from my counterpart, Sarah, treated me as another civilian. Sarah's military job was HR, whereas mine was not, but I had experience. In the beginning, she took me under her wing and taught me about the different forms and how to file, be in compliance, etc. Problem was, her knowledge was severely outdated, as I soon learned when I'd been sent multiple weeks of training. Broken up. Every time I came back, I told her what was being taught now. When she'd send me tasks, I'd let her know that the requirements had changed. She became flustered and pettily said, "Since you know more than me, an 18-year staff sergeant, you do this then." She began sending me all of her assigned tasks, including ones that had a strict deadline that were due within 2 hours, but she had 2 weeks to get it done. She was trying to get me in trouble. So I started doing both her work and mine. When we were both sent an email from Battalion, our boss staff, that was directed at her, I would immediately reply all, "Sarah, I got this." After the 4th time I received a call from our boss at Battalion, Geo, GS-11, asking me why I was doing everything. I explained that she decided the workload fell on me. He was silent for a bit before saying, "Okay, keep up the great work. I'll start sending you the tasks." I had zero problems with this as I proved I could handle it all. Geo and the other battalion staff began sending me all the work that was meant for Sarah. Come our bi-weekly conference call, battalion began asking about said tasks, but didn't ask me about them, only the ones I was primarily responsible for. They asked Sarah. She would try to say that she tasked me out to do it or claim that I didn't complete it. Battalion would then come down hard on her and say, actually, Badger FU completed these. I want to know why you didn't. Do you sit at your desk and play games? After the conference call was over, she stomped down the hall to my desk and demanded to know why she didn't know about the tasks. I smiled and said, because according to you, these are my responsibilities now, and battalion started sending me the tasks to complete. They know you have trouble with deadlines. She huffed, I'm a staff sergeant specialist. I replied, not here you're not, and you're certainly not my supervisor. This went on for months, but in the end, I was selected to go to all the training that was meant for her and was promoted internally to work at battalion while she didn't even get a step promotion. I received awards for my hard work while she received a certificate of appreciation. The soldiers trusted me over her. Battalion helped me, and in the end, I was rewarded. Last I heard, she took a deployment, didn't tell anyone, and just left. Needless to say, she lost her job on bad terms. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.